What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Unleashed Potential Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Haji, as always, alongside the boys, Mr. Jabbar, Elmi, and Mr. Hassan. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, man. Alhamdulillah. I see a couple of fresh fades going on. Preparation for Eid, I guess.
Yeah, we got to beat the Eid rush.
MashaAllah. A week early this time.
A week
Smart.
early.
Smart.
Still gotta get another one, man.
No, normally people try to wait for the last day or like the morning of to try and get.
And that's where the rush comes in.
That's where the rush comes in, huh?
You go in there for 3 hours. It takes half your day up.
No, you go early in the morning.
No, Allah, I'll tell you the truth, man. I actually forgot that next week is Eid. For me, I feel like this Eid, this one that's coming up, is the one that people tend to forget a lot.
There's no
It's not
hyper emphasis as Ramadan.
Yeah, because there's no effort put forward before you get the reward.
Exactly.
Eid.
Nobody's really counting down.
No.
But then if you think about it, Ramadan was about 2 months ago.
Yeah, I know.
Time flew.
Yeah.
And wallah, like you said, because Ramadan you have a whole week where it's like the end of something. It's a reward for something. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And every day you're like, okay, 29 days, 28 days, 10 days, 5 days. Whereas Eid al-Adha always creeps up. But then, I don't know if it's just me or growing up, but I think Eid al-Adha is like a bigger sort of Eid. It's not celebrated bigger than Ramadan, but I think for me personally, it's got a bigger meaning.
Yeah, it carries a lot more weight compared to
Eid al-Fitr, exactly.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't recognize that and take it as Ramadan or Eid al-Fitr is bigger than Eid al-Adha.
Well, I think because of the hardship of Ramadan and then the whole ceremony of Eid afterwards is why people kind of
and everybody looking forward to that Eid as a time of break, and then everybody gets back to date. Ramadan's done, that month where everybody's connected and spiritually and even like just friendships and contact and family and going to Tarawih together, and it's all over. Everybody's back to their day-to-day routine, and then Eid just becomes another day in the week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think if you're doing Hajj, maybe it would feel
no, that's a different plan.
Yeah.
May Allah, inshallah, grant us the opportunity to do Hajj, inshallah.
Ameen, inshallah.
But like you said, that would be a completely different. Haven't you guys done Umrah, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
No, but
Umrah.
inshallah, man. Inshallah.
Inshallah. Neither have I, but inshallah.
They call you Haji?
They call me Hajj. I ride on my grandfather's title. But alhamdulillah, may Allah make it easy for us, man. Inshallah, Umrah, and at some point, Hajj. But let's talk about Eid al-Adha. That's coming up, inshallah, soon. There's not necessarily a month of preparation as opposed to Eid al-Fitr, where there's a month of work and you get to it. But when you think of Eid al-Adha, what does it mean to you guys individually? What is it? We talked about Eid al-Fitr as a reward mechanism for Ramadan and a closing of a chapter. But what does Eid al-Adha mean to you guys?
Bro, 2 words: barbecue season.
Lamb shank. 2 words.
Alhamdulillah.
That's it, man.
In 2 words,
charcoal chicken.
I agree with you on that
man.
one. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, man, like just the lead up to Eid al-Adha, you have the 10 days where you're supposed to be fasting. It's a huge recommendation as well. And it's a sunnah as well, and it carries a lot of rewards. And the best rewards that are done are actually done in these 10 days.
Yeah.
And even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions it in the Quran. Is it walayalin ashr? Yeah, and the 10 nights. Yeah, so referring to these 10 nights and how important it is as well. And then you've got Arafah, the day of Arafah as well.
That's a big day.
Just fasting on that day alone, expiates your sins for your sins for the whole entire year.
Yeah.
So it carries a lot of weight, but like you said, not a lot of people actually understand or recognize the rewards that are given in these 10 days or in these days. Yeah. But
sort of like little bonuses hidden throughout the.
Yeah. So for me, it's not just about barbecue season, that's a plus side to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is I don't know how to put it, but like for me, the bigger Eid is Eid al-Fitr, and the one that comes right after it to give you that little push is Eid al-Adha. That's how I see it, but it shouldn't be seen like that, right?
It should be seen the other way.
It should be seen the other way. That's right, because when you have Eid and you're celebrating it with your family, and you fasted the past 10 days, and you're fasting on Arafah, knowing that all your sins are going to be forgiven, inshallah, then that Eid should carry the same weight as Eid al-Fitr, knowing that you fasted the past 30 days and all your sins have been forgiven for the entire year as well. It should carry the same weight. So for me, that's what I feel like Eid is just recognizing the blessings in these days, recognizing that it carries the same weight as Eid al-Fitr.
See, with Ramadan, the way sometimes it doesn't get looked at, but it should get looked at, is Ramadan to Ramadan is a year, right? And you know tomorrow is not guaranteed for anybody. You don't know if you're going to reach the next Ramadan. But alhamdulillah, if you've reached the last 10 days just before Eid Al-Adha, and you fast on Arafah, like you said, you've got that opportunity that you haven't reached Ramadan yet, but you now have this opportunity to clean a lot of your sins. And you're not necessarily waiting for a year. You know what I mean? You get that day where inshallah Allah forgives a year of your sins. Like, it carries so much weight. And not only that, for me, Eid al-Fitr is more connected to the whole Ramadan and spiritual cleansing month, whereas Eid al-Adha is about sacrifice, giving. Hence, on the day, part of the sunnah is to slaughter an animal to whatever capabilities you're able to, preferably where you're at. If not, then to send it over. It's all about that. For me, it's all about that whole paying forward, like giving. You've skipped food for a month, alhamdulillah. You've paid your zakat al-fitr. You got back to your daily routine, but this is that reminder again, like that second reminder where giving is emphasized. You know what I mean? Where sadaqah and charity, even a smile is charity. You know what I mean?
Just the teachings in general are usually reinforced, because a lot of people after Ramadan, they tend to fall off the wagon. They can only keep it up for about a month and a half, and then when Eid kicks in, you're like, oh.
Exactly.
It reminds you back to the days of Ramadan. Exactly. And try and gets you back on track as well.
Exactly. And not only that, subhanAllah, like the rewards associated with this Eid, like you said, is magnanimous. It's massive.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Like you hit it on the head when you said sacrifice. Like, and the fact that there's no compulsory fasting before adds to that kind of sacrifice of this Eid. Like, it gets looked over. But if you know what the point of the Eid is, that whole sacrifice, you'll be sacrificing your time, even knowing that it's not compulsory. You'll be fasting, trying to cleanse your sins and get ready for it.
With the rewards, especially.
Yeah, and when you think about it, like you said, it's only been 2 months since Ramadan. That should have changed you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a good reminder of, have you been keeping up?
Exactly.
Like, because we talked about using Ramadan as a springboard to bounce off for the rest of the year and hopefully keep it up until the next Ramadan. And this Eid is like a gut check.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the first checkpoint.
It's a gut check. It's like, well, how you doing? You know?
And not only that, it's also for yourself as well, like a sense of guarantee. Like, I may not reach Ramadan again for another year of my sins to be forgiven. Like the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever fasts sincerely with the right intentions, his previous sins for a year will be forgiven. But you have that chance again without waiting for a year again. You know what I mean? So 2 months and you've gotten rid of a year worth of sins. Imagine when you get back to Ramadan next year, inshallah, like you are already in that wave. Like, you get two for one, exactly, back to back. Sort of. Quick. If it was a sale sort of thing, it would be like 2 for 1 deal, pretty much within the same year.
Remind people, because like you said, a lot of people do kind of forget, and the earlier you catch them, you don't want to be like, hey, have you been fasting these last 10 days?
Yeah.
And, some people, like, you see the wide eyes, like, what do you mean fasting?
Yeah. What is it for?
Like, and then you're like, oh, like that. You get caught in it too. Like, I got caught into it. Like, it's so recent. Like,
but do you guys also notice, even at the mosques, when Ramadan is coming up, for a couple of weeks, the Friday khutbahs or the Jum'ahs, the lectures, is all about Ramadan. Right? But when Eid al-Adha is, maybe the week before, it might be mentioned like, hey, next week we're praying at that mosque or we're praying there. But not really, it's not really emphasized in a way where...
Well, it goes back to what he said, and that is, there's no sacrifice on your part.
Yeah.
As in, like, you don't have to fast. It's not compulsory for you to fast, even though it is highly recommended for you to fast. The only thing is, you have to realize is that whatever you do in these 10 days, even if you go about your normal day and you just add one good deed to those 10 days, that reward is it's great, man. That reward is great. So it's just realizing that there's many blessings that are coming up.
And the thing is, it's not tied to the whole 10 days. Say you miss, like you said, you miss a couple of days. You make the intention then and there to continue the rest of the days.
That's
and inshallah, you get the reward. And it's not a condition that whoever does not fast these 10 days doesn't get the reward, sort of thing. Inshallah.
And then it goes back to the lesson as well. Like, a lot of people don't understand, why is it that we sacrifice, you know? Why is it that we sacrifice a sheep? And what is the story behind it?
Yeah.
And just understanding the story behind it, it's a good time to actually understand it, because even though the khutbahs are done a week prior, a lot of the khutbahs do touch on that. The story behind why we actually have Eid al-Adha. And just recognizing that a lot of our rituals come from, you know, Ibrahim alayhi salam and from Musa alayhi salam as well. Like, they take from our forefathers. So it's just recognizing where you come from, recognizing your history, recognizing the Islamic history, and just looking back. It's a time to actually look back to Ramadan, look back to your history, just in general, look back and just understand where you came from and where you are now.
Thinking that ritual of Eid al-Adha has been passed on for over 2,000 years, and plus more. There's a big gap between Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was 1400 and something years ago. Like, that tradition to have been carried out year in, year out, mashallah. It's
but then you see, it's a tradition that was started within the household of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and it was passed down to other households, and then now the whole Islamic generation is doing it, right? But what tradition are you putting into your household? You know what I mean? Like, what tradition, what good deed are you instilling within your family that is something unique for you and your family that they can pass on for generations? You have a lot of, like, Europeans and stuff that have, this ring was passed down from generation to generation for 170 years and so on, items. But what about a good deed? Why don't you do that? Plant that one little ritual, even if it is just having a family gathering at one particular household and it's just done once a year or once a month, whatever it is. And one family ritual.
And it doesn't have to be just purely Islamic. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of your day-to-day actions, you can get rewards for it with the right intentions. So having that, like you said, family reunion doesn't mean you're going to sit the whole day and read, you know, all 30 juz of the Quran only. Like, you still have your fun. But the intention is, inshallah, to remember Allah at some part of the day. That covers it.
Or to maintain the ties of kinship and uphold that sunnah.
That's a very important thing.
And if you keep that ritual, like you said, it's not something that has to be Islamic. It's just your intention has to be good and pure. And you can do it according to your means. Like, so that's also what this Ramadan signifies, is one, looking back at your history and looking back where you came from and recognizing where you are now. And then understanding the importance of establishing some sort of ritual within your household that you can pass down to generations.
And how big it is that couple of generations down, it could be a widespread thing.
Positive traditions, if you're doing something routinely that's negative and the kids and the family are all seeing it, and that does become a tradition, because that passes on to kids and stuff like that. Or you got to be aware of what your lineage is going to be. And whatever you do is what gets passed on to your children and what they do eventually. So if you want this positive lineage and this tradition, but you're not doing those things, you're actually not just coasting, you're doing the opposite. You're going backwards, teaching them like bad stuff. And the story as well, like this Eid also brings you back to the Quran, because when you talk about the stories, that they're all in there. You know what I mean? So going back,
absolutely,
because you say that, and how many times you miss details. Someone will tell you the story, I forgot that detail. You tell the story to someone else. So always, like, you go back to it. Like, why are we doing?
You know, just now talking about, like, how people celebrate Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr differently. Myself, today, I was just thinking, I was looking at the calendar and trying to figure out, because right now it's still a day or two, give or take, you know, whether it's going to be. And I was thinking to myself, if it's a day that I've got work, well, I can make salah and then go to work. Whereas Eid al-Fitr, I'm
you're taking 3 days.
I need 3 days off, celebrate with family, get with my friends.
And for yourself.
You're making plans left and right.
And now I'm just like, okay, you know, it's Eid al-Adha, okay. You know, if I make it to salah, alhamdulillah, I'm happy. I'm okay going to work. Whereas Eid al-Fitr, if you ask me whether I'm going to, I'll get offended. The fact that you're asking me, I'm going to work. Like, it's
you're not sacrificing.
It's not something. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and now, like, thinking about it, like, I've decided, regardless whether work or not, I'm taking that day off. So,
it's good, man.
It's but like, just even just the way, like, we think about it off the back of our heads, it's like, okay, if I make the salah, I'm okay, you know.
It's fulfilled. It's a checklist.
I've prayed my Eid salah. I'll send some money back home. Alhamdulillah, I'm done. You know what I mean? Whereas Eid al-Fitr, it's complete. You need the whole works. You know, 3 days. Some of the boys I know are taking a week off.
Yeah.
You need 3 days. You know, you take the kids to the farm, show them slaughtering. They can't go to school the next few days. You know.
Do you guys do that here, or do you guys?
They do it here. I went once with Haiba, Hassan.
Yeah.
But I've only done it once here, and I've done it back.
You slaughter with your own hands?
No, I didn't. But we went to see it, and we paid for it and everything like that. And the one's back at home.
The last time I did it was back in NZ, New Zealand.
I've witnessed one.
That was the last time I did it back in New Zealand. But they're everywhere, man. You just go to a farm, right, and you just make sure it's done on their property under their rules, whatever.
There's one here too.
You do it Islamically as well.
There's one here too. No, actually,
we should go.
Yeah, there's one. My dad does it every year. He just goes. He knows a guy that has a farm, and just tells him, "I'll buy one," and they get it done.
It's not as easy as you think.
No,
like you think it's just holding a knife and then,
no. I don't mean.
First of all,
I'm not talking about the physical thing.
Oh, you mean just like what? Going there supervising?
No, see, my dad does it himself. But for me, I wouldn't slaughter it.
And even then, that's I wouldn't say it's the easy part. That's the less physical part.
Yeah,
the most physically intensive part is the one that you gotta hang it on a tree or something and then on a hook, and try and skin it. Man, you lose your appetite.
I went with my dad once.
You lose your appetite.
And I went with some of the boys from Sydney, and I just realized I can't handle the smell of blood.
That's why you lose. Sometimes the smell of blood or the smell of the intestines and stuff like that. You lose your appetite, not because you see it cut or anything.
It's because most people aren't used to it. They don't see where their food comes from. You know, and the first time you see that, the blood and guts and everything,
they're turning vegetarian the next day.
I mean, me, I waited for a couple of hours. As soon as the food was cooked, I was ready, but I could not. I'm talking like I get dizzy. I had to sit down. Like I can't deal with the smell of blood. I mean, you've been a bit quiet, man. How's Eid looking for you? Please tell me you're not working first time.
No, I'm not working.
Okay, you're off on the day?
Haram, bro. How are you going to work on Eid, man?
You see how offended he is?
That's how it's supposed to be. That's me and Eid al-Fitr.
Eid, man. Wallah, alhamdulillah.
You celebrated both equally big?
Both. Yeah, you could say so. Like I see it as a blessing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like another big milestone in the year, you know? Reaching, you know, Al-Adha, Fitr, you know, it's a big thing, man. It's a big blessing to do a whole another year, you know, Ramadan.
Yeah. Do you send money back
home? Normally we don't cut.
Yeah.
We send money back home and then
feed the poor people. That's the same as us as well. Like we just send it to the people who don't usually have meat. But you have to make sure that they actually slaughter on your behalf and not just take the money.
And preferably they've got the funds before Eid, so that they can do it on Eid.
Absolutely.
Not like I want to send it on the morning of Eid. You know what I mean? So you guys send money back home. And
just normally got an uncle over there. He goes, gets a couple of lamb, sheep.
Yeah.
And then just chops it up and then gives it to the poor people. That's what most people do, man. It's a lot convenient, you know? And the reward is a lot more, you know? Because one lamb can feed how many people, bro? If you buy 2, 3, it's not going to cost you that much for us. You can feed a lot of people, man. So it's a big reward.
Mashallah.
What are you guys looking forward to this Eid? Other than the day off from work?
Oh, this Eid.
Well, this Eid, for me, it crept up for me. I'm a bit all over the place. So, Allah, if like I said, if it is on a work day, I might go to work.
You're not going to go to work.
Okay, what if it's on a Sunday? Are you not going to take the extra 2 days off?
Nah, I'll just have the Eid day. Yeah. If it's on a Sunday, I'll have the Eid day.
I'll take the Monday off.
Yeah, but
usual family gathering, and that's about it.
You take 2 days off. Everyone's working. Your family's working. Like,
see, I would plan something for the weekend.
I still think even for Eid, 1 day is not enough because you've got the Salah and everything, and then you come home and you're with the family and everything. And if you've got people that go out and actually slaughter and stuff like that consumes the whole day, so you don't actually get time with the family. So at the very least, I think 2 days would be ideal.
But see, for me,
but
I would like if it's on a weekday. Generally, I'll take the 1 day. If it's towards the end of the week, I might take that 1 or 2 day gap. But then, like right now, if Eid is on Sunday next week, then I'll have Eid on Sunday, and then plan whatever I was gonna plan for the weekend after. and just go to work Monday to Friday.
Nice. I haven't started planning at all. I don't even know who's available. A lot of people don't know.
That's the thing. Sure, that's the thing. So, but not 90% of people will be available on the weekend.
Are you trying to spend Eid with your friends?
No. So I got like a few days off because I don't work the Monday.
Okay.
And if it's on the Sunday, then I have 3 days off. You know what I mean? So for me, family's there, but then the rest of the time it's like I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself because I don't know if you guys are gonna take days off or not.
I think I might. I think I might take minimum 2 days, but most likely 3. But I'll have to see.
Chuck a couple of sickies in there, man.
No. I don't like to do that, to be honest.
Sickies?
Yeah, specifically for Eid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just because even if you call a sickie nowadays, this country people know what it is.
Yeah.
They know that you celebrate for at least 3 days. So if you call in a sickie,
depends where you work.
You lose that trust as well.
I just tell my boss I need time off. They're like, "Oh, you want to take annual or sickie?"
It depends on the relationship with the boss.
No, wallah, for me, for now, a day like I said, Eid al-Fitr is a bit different, a day or two, because the celebrations is a lot bigger, and the family gatherings, and like you said, everybody would actually plan around it. So it's like, okay, like today the family, like the greater family will be having like a lunch and whatnot, and then tomorrow you spend with your own family. Whereas now it's like, okay, we'll just get the one done and that's about it. You know what I mean?
Do you know what we introduced this year, actually, to our family?
What?
And subhanAllah, the fact that we were speaking about rituals, I actually did not know that I unintentionally introduced a ritual within our household. Because at work, what they do is they have this thing called Christmas Kringles. I don't know if you guys know it, or Secret Santa. Secret Santa. I thought about it, and I was watching this one snap as well of someone who basically on Eid al-Fitr was opening gifts with his family.
I've seen.
And I'm like, why don't we do that? Like the only gift giving that we do on Eid day is
Haq al-Eid,
or you buy, or you give them lollies, or you buy them clothes and stuff like that for Eid day. That's about it. But you don't specifically try and find one gift for like one potential person. So what we did was
amongst the adults and everybody.
Amongst the adults, yeah. What I did was me, my wife, and her brothers and sisters and stuff. We got together and we were like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put in everybody's name. You pick one. Don't tell anyone else. And just make sure that you buy that one gift for this person. We set a minimum amount that you have to spend. Which is
minimum?
Yeah. Okay. And anything over there is up to you, but you have to spend close to that figure. Okay. So we put it at $100 because I think if it's 50,
100 is good.
Like there's not much you can't really buy, So we're like, all right, tip it over to 100 and then we'll see, So we'll see how it goes, inshallah. We'll try and keep it up for every Eid al-Adha or,
No, mashallah.
So I just thought, I'm like, and it's sunnah as well. The Prophet ﷺ said, give gifts. That increases the bonds and the ties between you and your family. So
that's pretty good. I was thinking about that, but a bit longer down the line. But amongst adults, that's actually pretty good, wallah.
So I'm not even bothered about what I'm doing on the day because we still got the 10 days to start working before it. You know what I mean? Because you get caught up, like Eid's coming soon. Then you go, then you got to put the work in. Because like you said, like there's still work to be put in. And then you're like, so now you're planning it. You're like, nah, I got to be waking up early tomorrow.
Do you know back home what they used to do? And my uncles always tell me this. And I think I went through it too. But I can vaguely remember, right? They used to buy Eid clothes for Eid al-Fitr. Yeah. And then they would wear it that day. Yeah. And when they come home, they'll have to change. This is when they're young, where they're likely to get it dirty. Yeah. They'll change, put it somewhere safe, wear normal day-to-day clothes that they can play with, right? And that Eid clothes only comes out for Eid al-Adha again.
2 for 1 again, huh?
Yeah, it's 2 for 1.
It's 2 for 1.
It's 2 for 1. But speaking of, have you guys done your Eid shopping? Like for clothes?
No.
Well, see, that's why. Like most people just, they just forget it. And then on the Eid day, they either wear something that they have in their closet or...
Just pull out a normal khamis.
Yeah, like you don't try too hard. You don't go a little bit extra.
Whereas Eid al-Fitr is completely different. That's when people... a full wardrobe change, 3 outfits for the day.
Contest.
You know what I mean?
Because during Ramadan, they're looking like 3. And then on Eid day, they're trying to bump up their score.
Make up for it.
That's right.
No, but... Wallah, between ourselves as well, inshallah, we should do something and get together.
Yeah, absolutely. Inshallah, we'll talk about it after.
Like, I think Eid al-Adha as a general, and maybe our views also feel the same. Like it just really did creep up on us.
Until now, I keep asking when is Eid al-Adha, and people are still like
Sunday,
Monday, it's this and that, and
It's
I'm
probably
like,
most likely Sunday, bro.
most likely they say it's Sunday.
this is the one that we shouldn't have any disagreement about.
So as soon as Hajj starts, I think that's the way. I don't know if it
and then
started.
they calculate.
As soon as Hajj starts, because Hajj has an end date. You know what I mean?
What's the date today?
So you just look at this Hajj first day, and then by the 10th day, I think it is.
Yeah, probably.
The 10th day.
I don't know.
Hajj, I think is generally 9 days. I think 9 days, and then the 10th day is Eid.
Yeah.
So then it shouldn't be too much of a confusion with the dates. So inshallah, Sunday, Monday, whichever days it is, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle trying to figure out what date it is, because I think it goes by the calendar.
I just want to know who's bringing up the barbecue. That's all. I want to know who's bringing the barbecue, who's bringing the meat.
So it won't be on the Eid day, but inshallah, I might hook up a barbecue on the following weekend.
Yeah, Outback.
Inshallah.
Yeah, probably
nice.
Outback, inshallah.
Bro, the weather's been amazing, man.
Yeah.
But
It's
winter.
except for yesterday.
Yesterday was
it's been amazing, man. It's been warm during winter.
This winter hasn't had more than 3 bad days in a row.
Alhamdulillah, man.
And the funny thing is, I've got my cousin, as you guys know, from Europe, and every day without that, he's always asking me, "Is this winter? Is this your winter?" He's out there sleeping in the back in the sun.
He's wearing a t-shirt. He's walking around.
I love this weather, man.
It's like global warming.
No, but then I told him, just wait till summer comes. That's when you'll run away.
Exactly.
No, but inshallah, inshallah, we'll hook up a barbecue at some point, either on the day or the weekend after, inshallah.
Inshallah.
But until then, make sure you guys take advantage of the last couple of days before Eid. Make sure you fast, inshallah. If you guys haven't sent money over back home yet, make sure you do. And if you're slaughtering here, Allah ma'akum. And catch you guys at Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.